All right, some more off the grid thoughts. Helms. This place is litty like it and titty. Quote my best friend Cardi B. All right, so some morning thoughts. Basic thinkers versus elevated thinkers versus advanced thinkers. So for me, actually, my primary passion in life, I think it's thinking. I mean, sounds pretty basic, right? But thoughts, interesting thoughts, and like how and why I became a Velociraptor is probably more centered around the idea that like I have a passion for thoughts and ideas and discovering a deeper truth about something. I call it truthiness. I get it from Stephen Colbert. And so anybody who tries to posit that, oh, there's ultimate truth to X, Y, and Z, it's kind of missing the point. So for example, like doing some research on Mr. Adolf Hitler. And you know, okay, so there's a lot of people who are like Holocaust deniers, and so they're like, oh, but the final solution was never penned by Adolf Hitler. But I'm like, bruh, read Mein Kampf, his My Life, what is, right? Read his quotes. Go to Wiktionary.org and just look at the Hitler quotes, right? Like, he obviously hates Jewish people and his anti-Semitic, very much like Henry Ford. Henry Ford was insanely anti-Semitic. I don't even like to say anti-Semitic. Let's say, let's just try to clear the air. Just say anti-Jewish culture, anti-Jew, right? It's so funny because like, I think the reason why some of the modern day discourse has become a little bit like discombobulated in a weird way is that there's too much like, okay, so this is my thought. The new cultural wars we're witnessing right now is between the African American community and maybe the Jewish media. And then it's so funny too, because like a lot of, so what people don't understand, right? There's a difference between Orthodox Jews, Reformist Jews, what is, right? So like, you know, for example, my, you know, one of the funny things my Daniel Schaefer told me was like, he's like, I'm Jew, ... ish, right? Like, just looks like a normal dude with a beard, kind of looks like Seth Rogen, right? And like, you know, doesn't go to temple or whatever. Like, it's kind of like you think about like Catholic people or Christian people or Protestant people who like don't go to church every week, only show up on Christmas or whatever, right? And so a lot of people like don't take religion super literally, but good morning, don't take religion super seriously, but effectively it's just like it's just kind of like a metaphor to think about life. The reason I love about living here in the Arts District, walking by these nice photo galleries by our best friend Apples. Okay, so things to consider is, yeah, like maybe we gotta switch up the terminologies. I'll just say anti-Jewish, right? And also it gets like very discombobulated too, because there is actually a difference between being like a quote Israeli and being a Jewish American who's been here for like how many generations, whatever, right? And honestly, like everyone always wants, I wrote a good essay on it, it's called Scapegoat. Just Google or ChatGPT Scapegoat, Eric Kim. Whenever I'm curious about something, I'm like, I think I've written this back in the day somewhere. Oh yeah. The colors, Duke, the colors. Oh yeah. Right? So anyways, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I wrote about this somewhere and somehow, okay? So anyways, so like, I guess the question we got to make is, why is people so anti-Jewish? And I mean, like, okay, so like, I'm like, I need to double check, recheck. Is that I'm really into the scapegoating notion because I think a lot of just psychological phenomenon could be explained by the scapegoat phenomenon. So scapegoat, um, even like this notion of changing your last name to escape bad luck or fate, or changing your name is actually kind of a good one. Like even Kanye, right? Every time he went through a new thing, he changed his name, and now I guess it's just Ye, right? Or same thing like Sean Combs or something, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, just Diddy, PD. He just brought back Diddy, right? Like even for me, right? Like Kim McCaps, EK, whatever you want to call me, right? But my legacy shall last forever is my goals. And just random thought. I think websites of the future. But anyways, so thinking about all this like scapegoating phenomenon is, I don't know. It's like, why do people not want to like? I think there's kind of a learned helplessness of things, which is kind of a little sad. What that means is, you're kind of like a dog with his tail around its legs or whatever, right? And the idea is that like, oh, no matter how hard I work and it is, I won't be able to do it, right? So the reason why I think everyone should get the ChatGPT, right, is essentially like everyone wants to buy the loser Lambo, right? I'm like, bro, just open up the ChatGPTs, subscribe to the thing via your iPhone, put on the Apple Pay, right? Super easy. Like everyone should just set up Apple. It'll take you 30 seconds. Just do it right now, right? Actually, the new innovation I think is like, okay, suggestion for Apple Cash, wallet, team, what is, right? Y'all, what you should do, because you guys are essentially a bank now, right? Let's say you open up an Apple. This is my hot take, right? Let's say you open up a new iCloud account, Apple something, right? My suggestion is every person who starts off with a new iPhone don't have an account, right? Just do like PayPal, give them like $5, $10 of fake play money, and the whole Apple Pay something is actually not linked to a credit card. It's just linked to your iCloud, Apple ID, email, phone number, what is, right? And in terms of identity for the future, my personal hot take is it'll definitely be centered around your email address or your phone number. Actually, even surprisingly, I've actually found personally that using a phone number is easier to remember than your email, because I'm like, you have all these like spam Gmail accounts, right? It's like, oh, I have this like email from like back in like when I made it when I was like 18 years old or 12 years old or 16 years old. it's like what are you, AZN Ninja 007 69 XXX, cutie pie cute moon 007 at AOL.com, right? Got me AOL cool again. Oh yeah, so if you're in LA, check out this Margot restaurant. Super litty. And also Ubisoft is up there too. I never want to leave LA, but also it's good to not be tied down by anything. Random thoughts that people's like, what's a good investment? I would just say Bitcoin and Chainlink. Honestly, it's like Ethereum is cool, but it just ain't that sexy. Bitcoin is sexy. Just open up ChatGPT, Dolly 3, right? Just search, when you paid for the subscription model, just say Bitcoin Lamborghini Countach. So cool. Or like, design me a Korean beautiful woman with Bitcoin dress at Met Gala, and then it spits out an image. And then what you gotta do is follow up, right? Follow up and say more beautiful, right? Do like 20 times and then see what you get. It's kind of my my new fun thing. Oh, and also this Loki restaurant is actually pretty good, so check out the platforms. Shout out to the Blue Bottle team. They got bought out by the Nestle, the same company that makes the Nescafe and instant coffees. But talked to the manager there, she said still cool. Okay. Another thing is like, you wanna know what LA is into? Hats. You're gonna buy a $700 hat. It's like this is kind of silly. So actually one interesting thought is, what is the most profitable target demographic, right? Single women, 20s, mid-20s, 30s, 40s, I don't know, even 50s, 60s, childless or not married, not in a relationship, maybe in a relationship, has dog ownership, whatever, right? Like even the dude who invented Lululemon, dude, his what name, Chip Dale or something, right? Man. And actually what's a lot of people, even like this new like Reformation or Aloe or whatever, like a lot of these clothing brands for women are actually designed and created by men. And I think the idea is you're trying to superimpose your own ideal for what a woman should be or look like. Yeah, just look at some of the Helmut Newton pictures, whatevs. But anyways, so yeah, like it's kind of this weird thing where sex is sold as like some sort of like desirable object. Is that, oh, you know, you buy the Lambo, you get super rich, whatevs, and then you finna get a girl with big knockers, you know, bending over backwards, ready for you to do the thing. But then the funny thing too is like, okay, you do the thing, you blow your load, haha, you know, you take a nap, and then what, right? And then you just keep doing it, what, 10 times a day, 20 times a day, for the rest of your life? Finna get bored or late or something, right? And actually, one thing that people don't understand about kind of man, etc. is, I think traditionally and historically, men wasn't actually about just this uber obsession with coitus. It was actually what was, you know, what was Achilles into, right? Achilles was into more interesting things like war, conquest, the battle, the lust for battle, etc. Right? And so even for me going to the gym, I don't go right now anymore because I'm creating my own off the grid networks. But even when I was going to the gym, it was like the modern day battleground, the modern day combat zone, and I'm doing a combat with the iron, the steel, the barbell, the weights, the plates. It's like, rather than be like, yo, how many racks you got? Or how much money you got? I'm like, how many plates do you own? A plate is a 45-pound plate. Terminology used in the gym lingos. And it's a good way to demarcate strength, right? So like, for example, it's like, oh, how much can you deadlift? 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates, 6 plates, 7 plates, 8 plates, 9 plates, 10 plates, 11 plates, 12 plates. And I mean, I'm very certain of myself. Just search Eric Kim Atlas lift, 1,000 pound lift, right? It's on the Googles and my websites. 10 plates and 25 strapped on each side. I'm pretty sure I could go more, I could go higher, but yeah, nowadays I was like checking out all these gyms. Just kind of, I'm just gonna try to innovate new things. And then I got a closeout at the Restoration for Habitat for Humanities. Got like 14 plates in total plus 2 35s. So I have nearly like 800 pounds of steel. So there's this website called Titan.fitness. And essentially it's like, you know, they just done copy pasted Titan Fitness, roguefitness.com designs. And it's shipped from, it's made in China. It's shipped from California, somewhere in the Central Valley, I guess. But free shipping, what? Then like, I mean, the thing comes, right? It looks super ghetto, right? It's like the worst packaging on top. I'm like, it ain't damaged, it ain't free. It's like, we addicted to the free shipping, right? Like, actually pro tip, you know, Rogue or anyone out there, right? It's better to charge more money for the thing and then offer free shipping. So let's say the product costs like $300, right? And then, you know, someone adds to your cart, right? Then boom, shipping costs another $75. I'm not paying $75 for shipping. We're all addicted to Amazon Primes, right? And then instead, what you could do is, you charge it for $400, $420, and say free shipping. There's like, oh cool, what a good deal, right? Even better yet, what I've always done, right, is include the tax price in the sticker price and then just take it from your profits, right? So rather than, you know, charge $400 for something and then with tax it becomes $450, right? Just put in the price. Just charge, say it's $500, $499 or $475. Just tax, shipping included, everything included, right? So I just kind of like this idea is that like the sticker price, whatever, that's what you pay. No effing BS for like service charge and fucking all this BS charges that they try to throw on you. Just better to mark it up and just have everything like even restaurants, right? Like I always hate going to the restaurants. Like you gotta do the math, right? It's like, especially in America, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna buy this dish and I was like, oh, with tax and tip and price out. Like you blow so much money, right? A more robust way to do it is I would create, if I created a restaurant, I would just say everything's included, tax, tip, and everything is included, right? So you and your wifey, your spouse, or whoever's, right? Y'all go to dinner. Each of you guys, you give them a different option. Each of you guys spend $50 out the door, $75 out the door, $100 out the door, $250 out the door, $350 out the door, and boom, that's it. Like you ain't finna pay no extra money on it. I offer them, food, alcohol, drinks, whatevs, appetizers, and just give it a flat price. Like just flat price, no effing BS. I hate it when they add the tax to be super sneaky with that, right? But anyways, so yeah, I think when it comes to scapegoating, the scapegoating phenomenon, etc., my general thought and notion is like just don't care. It's like I think what I've always believed is you have more control over yourself, your life, your lifestyle, your destiny, etc., than you think you can. I mean, there are certain things which are like things you might not be able to change, right? But there's lots of things you could change. For example, you live in America, right? I'm like, and you're like, oh, I hate living here. It's so expensive. I'm like, brother, just effing dip out. Like, I suggest go somewhere warm, Mexico City, go to Vietnam, go to Phnom Penh, Cambodia's, go to Hanoi in the north, Saigon in the south, I've heard good, I haven't personally lived there, but I heard good things about Bangkok and other places in Thailand, etc. Even Portugal or, Lisbon, Spain. So actually, typically what a lot of people have done, entrepreneurs, individuals have done is you don't go and move to the place where it's already super poppin' and it's expensive. Typically what artists did back in the day was you go to a shitty neighborhood because rent is super cheap, and then you get all the artists going to the cheap neighborhood, and then it becomes a cool thing, right? Rather than already going to a thing that's already popular, right? So anyways, I think ways you could exert and exude more control over your life than you think you might be able to include, just like don't buy dumb shit, right? Like don't buy a car, don't buy new like these guys don't, like if you want new clothes, just like go on Facebook, go to the Buy Nothing group, ask for free clothes. Or I call this home shopping or closet shopping, right? It's like, oh, you want a new outfit or what it is, right? Bro, just open up your closet, closet storage, right? And you would discover all these effing, like, I'm the most minimalistic person that I know. I got so many random clothes from the past. So it's better to do that than to buy a new outfit. And actually, I think the whole ethos behind buying a new outfit is we want to become a new person. We want to rebirth ourselves. And we think that by buying the new thing, you're gonna rebirth yourself. But is that true? Nope. The only thing that I think spending money on is worth it is one, rent. And then people say, oh yeah, I want to save up Bahama. Nah, that's such a scam. Like, let's say you buy a house for 1.5 mil, 1.7, 2 mil, even 1 mil, 1.1 mil, 1.25 mil, right? Bro, like after, like I done the math, right? After all this BS, you're still paying like $1,500 to $2,000 in like property taxes. And that's just like money that's you ain't never, like, it doesn't go to your equity, your principal, or what it is, right? And as a consequence, that's just money that go just randomly just goes. That's the money that Uncle Sam's taking, or the city. I mean, I'm all about paying taxes, but just from a pragmatic perspective, let's say you buy the house, even all in cash. Let's say you just drop $2 million, boom, you got paid $2,000 a month in property tax. That'll include home insurance, fire protection, blah blah, shit in the break, right? And then so just on non-negotiable costs, you're spending at least $3,000 a month, $3,200 a month, just on maintenance and taxes and the BS, right? Insurance. I'm like, dude, just throw in another $100 and boom, you already have rent monies, right? And then that doesn't even include your mortgage payment, which might be what, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month. So I don't know. I'm starting to think that this home ownership thing is an effing scam by the banks, because as long as you got a mortgage, you don't own the house. So yeah, I own my house. I'm like, you have a mortgage? They're like, yeah, but I have equity. I'm like, bro, that's fake equity. That ain't real equity, right? My thought is binary, just buy all in cash offer or nothing, right? So, and also the buffer rule is, if you finna buy a house, right, gotta have enough monies in the bank to buy at least 2 of them all in cash. So let's say, you have $1 million in hard cash just chilling in your bank account. Better to buy a $500,000 house in all cash, because with all these BS expenses, you had to add buffer, right? It's probably going to cost you another $250,000 to replace the roof and the water heater and stuff like that. So always having a little bit more buffer and wiggle room is always a wise idea. Some financial thought. Oh, fun fact, this Culver Theater, I think Jeff Bezos, Amazon bought it out. Low-key insider information. So anyways, so what I'm saying is, like, I think people often they underestimate how high their expenses are, and they overestimate how much money they make, which means, like, let's say you get a fat paycheck, right? You're like, oh yeah, but I make so much money because right? But truth be told, truth be told, you're probably more broke than you think you is. And also, yeah, you're more broke than you think you is. Your expenses are higher than you think it is. And I think moving forward into the future, just become wiser, more intelligent with monies.